the warrior who won a war and walked away from everything. On a hill in Karnataka stands a giant, 57 feet of solid granite, carved from a single stone over 1,000 years ago. He stands perfectly still, perfectly naked, arms at his sides, eyes calm. And climbing up his legs, carved into the rock, are vines, creepers, anthills. Why would a sculptor carve weeds growing up a god? The answer is the whole story, and it is one of the most extraordinary tales India ever told. His name was Bahubali. Long ago, the story goes, there was a great king, Rishabha, who ruled and then renounced everything to seek liberation, becoming the first great teacher of the Jain tradition. He left his kingdom to his two sons, to Bharata, the elder, and to Bahubali, the younger, a warrior of immense strength. His very name means strong-armed. But a kingdom split between two brothers rarely stays peaceful. Bharata, the elder, wanted it all. He set out to bring every land under his rule, and one by one kingdoms bowed to him. All but one, his own brother. Bahubali would not kneel. And so it came to war. Two brothers, two armies, ready to drown a country in blood over a throne. But before the armies clashed, the elders proposed something else. Why should thousands die for the pride of two men? Let the brothers settle it themselves, in 3 duels of strength. Whoever won, ruled. So Bharata and Bahubali faced each other, and Bahubali won, all 3 times. The stronger brother defeated the elder, completely. The kingdom was his, the war was over. He had everything, victory, power, the throne of all the land. And in that exact moment, at the peak of his triumph, something broke open inside him. He looked at his brother, defeated before him. He looked at what he had been about to do. Wage war, take life, all for a crown. And he saw the emptiness of it. He had won the whole world, and he felt nothing but the hollowness of what winning had cost. So Bahubali did the most unthinkable thing of all. He gave it back. The victor handed the entire kingdom to the brother he had just defeated and walked away. Away from the throne, away from power, away from everything men spend their lives chasing. He walked into the forest to seek something the kingdom could never give him: liberation, freedom from the self. And there, the story says, he stood, in meditation, utterly still. For so long, for months, for a year, the tradition tells, that he did not move at all. Vines crept up his legs, creepers wound around his arms, anthills rose at his feet. The forest grew over him, as if he had become part of the earth itself. That is why the sculptor carved weeds up the legs of a giant. They are not decoration. They are the measure of his stillness, the proof of how completely he let go. And it is said that in that stillness, after he had surrendered not just the kingdom, but the very last trace of his own ego, Bahubali attained what he sought: enlightenment, liberation. The thing his brother's whole empire could never have bought. 1,000 years later, a minister named Chavundaraya climbed a hill in Karnataka and ordered this story carved into stone. 57 feet of it, a single block of granite shaped into a man who conquered the world and then found it worthless. And every 12 years, hundreds of thousands of people climb 600 steps up that hill. They raise milk and saffron and sandalwood to the top of his head and let it pour down over the giant, bathing the warrior who walked away. The next time will be in the year 2030. We build statues to kings who conquered, to generals who won, to men who took and held and ruled. But on that hill stands a different kind of monument.